Which setup do you actually need? So not every business email address should be set up the same way. We have a lot of conversations with our customers about what type of emails they need for their setup. From our healthcare customers to our municipal organizations, there are a staggering variety of situations and use cases that we have to consider. Below is a breakdown on 3 important email setups that we commonly deploy depending on the customer's environment. So we commonly get a request for an email address like info at, billing at, support at, HR at, or reception at. You get the idea. The request may seem simple, but behind that address are important questions, like who receives the messages, who can send from it, who can log in, can we tell who took action, does it need multi-factor authentication, archiving, litigation hold, or compliance controls? Are there compliance considerations like for HIPAA or CMMC? In Microsoft 365, the most common options are a distribution list, a shared mailbox, or a licensed mailbox. Each has a place. The mistake is treating them as interchangeable. So we have a quick comparison which email setup needs to be licensed. So a distribution list, no, it is not licensed. Can people send from it? Not usually. Can people log into it directly? No. This is best for sending one email to multiple people. So the next one is a shared mailbox. Excuse me. So the shared mailbox is usually not licensed if it's under the standard limits of storage. Can people send from a shared mailbox? Yes. They can send as or send on behalf with permissions. Can people log into a shared mailbox directly? This should not be used for direct login. This is best for team inboxes like support, billing, sales, reception. Then there's a licensed user mailbox. So is this licensed? Well, yes. And can people send from it? Yes. And can people directly log into it? Yes. This is a real employee's mailbox. Should not be shared by multiple people. Then there's a licensed shared mailbox. So yes, obviously this is licensed when needed. Can people send from it? Yes, with delegated permissions. And can people log into it directly? Generally accessed through user designation. And this is best for larger mailboxes with 50 gigabytes or 100 gigabytes, archiving, litigation hold, compliance needs. So those are the 4 different scenarios we have. We have distribution list, a shared mailbox, licensed user mailbox, and a licensed shared mailbox. So Microsoft describes distribution groups as a way to send email to a group of people without typing each recipient's name individually, while shared mailboxes are designed for multiple users to read and send email from a common mailbox. So in the article, we have a graphic showing this side-by-side comparison. Feel free to go to the website to check it out. So distribution lists, simple, unlicensed, and easy to misuse. A distribution list is not a mailbox. It is basically a forwarding mechanism. When someone emails leadership@company.com, the message is delivered to the individual inboxes of everyone on that list. The distribution list itself does not store mail, does not have a central inbox, and does not need its own Microsoft 365 license. This works well for addresses such as allstaff@company.com or leadership@company.com or accounting team@company.com. The main benefit is simplicity. The main weakness is accountability. If a customer emails a distribution list, everyone receives their own copy. One person may respond, 3 people may respond, or nobody may respond because everyone assumes someone else handled it. There is no shared sent folder, no shared workflow, and no clean team view of what happened. A distribution list is best for broadcasting information. It is not ideal for operational inboxes like support, billing, orders, scheduling, or HR. So next is shared mailboxes. Team-based email without a license in many cases. A shared mailbox is usually the better fit when multiple people need to work from the same inbox. This may include support at company.com, billing at, sales at, reception at. A shared mailbox gives the team one place to receive, organize, and respond to messages. Users can be given permissions to read and manage the mailbox, send as the mailbox, or send on behalf of the mailbox. In many cases, a shared mailbox does not need its own license. Microsoft allows shared mailboxes without a separate license under standard limits, but the users accessing the shared mailbox must have their own licensed Microsoft 365 accounts. Microsoft also notes that shared mailboxes require licensing for certain scenarios, such as litigation hold, larger mailbox sizes, or advanced archiving. This is an important distinction. The shared mailbox itself may be unlicensed. The people accessing it should be licensed users. The shared mailbox may need a license if compliance or storage requirements increase. Do not share passwords for shared mailboxes. A shared mailbox should not be treated like a generic account where everyone logs in with the same username and password. That creates security and accountability problems. If 5 people know the password to billing at company.com, then it becomes much harder to know who actually opened, deleted, forwarded, or sent a message. Microsoft states that new shared mailboxes have sign-in blocked by default. Users should access the shared mailbox through their own account using delegated permissions. That matters because each user's own account can be protected with MFA, 2FA, conditional access, password policies, and audit logging. It also means that when something goes wrong, the organization has a better chance of tracing activity back to the actual user. So when a shared mailbox needs a license. A shared mailbox may need a license when the business needs more than basic shared email. Common reasons include mailbox size, archiving, litigation hold, compliance requirements, and sensitive data. Microsoft states that increasing a shared mailbox size to 100 gigabytes requires Exchange Online Plan 2, and litigation hold requires Exchange Online Plan 2 or Exchange Online Plan 1, with an Exchange Online Archive add-on. This is where licensing should not be seen as just an extra cost. Sometimes the license is what allows the business to retain, protect, search, and defend the mailbox properly. Licensed user mailboxes for real people, not shared access. A licensed user mailbox is what most employees use every day. It belongs to a specific person, such as Jane at company.com. This setup is appropriate when one person owns the mailbox and signs in as themselves. Where businesses get into trouble is when they create a licensed mailbox like front desk at company.com and then allow multiple people to share the password. Technically, the mailbox may be licensed, but operationally it creates the same problems: weak accountability, MFA challenges, and unclear user activity. If multiple people need access, a shared mailbox with delegated permissions is usually the cleaner setup. So what about compliance? For regulated businesses, the question is not only does this mailbox work? The better question is, can we prove who had access, what happened, and whether sensitive information was protected? Most compliance frameworks such as HIPAA and CMMC have very specific requirements when it comes to email. For example, a healthcare organization using a mailbox for patient billing or scheduling may need MFA for every user, no shared passwords, delegated mailbox access, DLP policies to reduce accidental sharing of sensitive data, retention policies for business records, archiving for long-term access, litigation hold where required, audit logs for investigation. Microsoft Purview includes tools for compliance, data loss prevention, audit retention, e-discovery, and information protection, depending on licensing. So, which email setup fits which situation? We have a graphic on the website showing some nice side-by-sides. Take a look there if you would like. The bottom line, a distribution list sends messages to a group. It is simple and unlicensed, but it is not a shared workspace. A shared mailbox gives a team one place to work. It is often unlicensed, but the users accessing it need licensed accounts, and the mailbox may need its own license for size, archiving, litigation holder compliance. A licensed mailbox belongs to a real user. It should not become a shared password account. The right setup depends on what the email address is supposed to do. For simple announcements, use a distribution list. For team-based work, use a shared mailbox. For sensitive, regulated, or high retention needs, licensing may be the safest and most defensible choice. Disclaimer: the information contained in this communication is intended for limited use for informational purposes only. It is not considered professional advice and instead is general information that may or may not apply to specific situations. Each case is unique and should be evaluated on its own by a professional qualified to provide advice specifically intended to protect your individual situation. Kosh is not liable for improper use of this information. Thank you.